record. Actually, I'm at my hometown. Like you might get a few distractions also. Like sometimes there might be a discontinuity in internet. If you get any trouble, please stop me so that like I'll explain that line, that words again. Okay. So
Okay.
now the requirement is if the account phone is updated. We saw this question, right? No, we did not see this question. Yeah, it's a different question. Yeah. If the account phone is updated, means in a phone field, if the value is updated, now what I want to do is I need to update phone number of all the related contacts. Needs to update phone number of all related contacts. It's my requirement. Is this question is clear to you? If phone is updated, needs to update phone number of all related contacts. Clear or so in an account object we'll be having phone number field, right? If that value is updated under that account, if you have any contacts, for that contacts also we need to update the phone number with a recently updated phone number on an account. It's a question. So to achieve this thing, what we need to do? Initially we need to open a developer console. I'm opening it in a new tab. So we can achieve it in a two ways. One is by taking help of map, and another one is by taking help of sets. So which one you prefer? So I'll explain you with one way, either set or map. Tell me one. So as we
We
already saw the
already
map example
saw a
previously.
map. Yeah.
Hmm.
We'll
So
see
can
with set.
okay, I'll go with a set. So initially what I'll do is okay. So initially what I'll do is I'll write an Apex class. So as we are already having Apex class, account trigger handler Apex class. In this class, what I'll do is I'll implement a new method. Is it fine? So here we'll create a one more method. Public static method. And in the static method, like it should not have any return type. I'm giving void. So update related contacts phone number without, let's suppose, map. Okay, like if we are not taking help of map here, if you take map, it could be much easy. Okay, but here I'm not taking. Like for that also I'll share you like if you need, I'll share you that example also with you. Okay, so here what are the things we need to pass? We need to pass list of accounts as our input. Along with this list of accounts, like yeah, sorry, list of accounts, I'll say it like an ACCL. Like I'll keep name like this, and we need to pass an map. So which example I'm taking here? Like without map we are doing it, right? Yeah, without map only I'm doing it. So to consider a old value, we need to have an old map. Okay, so now I'll do that. I'll import map also. Map of, in this we need to specify an ID of an account, and we should have a data corresponding to account object. It's for comparing purpose, like we need to check whether the phone number field is changed or not, right? So for that purpose I'm taking map. Okay, and for this I'm giving name like old map. I'm giving name like old map. So it is about method. After creating this method, in this method, next what we need to do, we need to initialize a list. So we need to initialize a contact list. Now I'm initializing a contact list of contact CL. Let's suppose I'm specifying, I'm storing it in a contact list CL variable. So equals to new Same thing. Okay, new list of contacts. The next what I need to do is like we need to create a set. Like in this set, we need to have an all the IDs. We need to consider unique accounts only. We should not consider duplicate accounts again and again. So for that, like I am taking ACC ID variable, ACC IDs. In this, like I need to store all this data in the form of set. Like I need to save all the account IDs in this list. Okay, like we initialized a set also with the account IDs. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll say for now we need to iterate through all the accounts. How we can iterate? For account, ACC means single account. We'll be having all the accounts in this ACC list. We need to iterate through all the accounts. Perfect. After this, I'm entering into this loop. So while entering into this loop, I need to check the condition. Same thing, whatever we did previously, we need to do same thing. Same condition we need to check here, whether the phone number field is changed or not. Okay, we need to check same condition. If ACC dot phone number not equals to null, so we need to check a different condition. It should not be null for us for the first time. We need to check two conditions, right? Along with this, I'll add one more condition. First condition is I'll add like it should not be null. ACC dot phone field and not equals to null. It is my first condition. Not equals to null. And along with this condition, I need to check one more condition. That is account phone number should be updated. So it should not be null. And second thing is like if the present value is not equals to the old value, means it is updated. If these two conditions are satisfied, then what we need to do is we need to update all the contact phone numbers, isn't it? So now we need to do that stuff. Okay, I think here everything is good. Old map, yes, old map of account ID dot phone done. Everything is perfect. This is the dot phone. I think not equals to, yeah, it's completely a single value, right? Like I'll keep it in a one more bracket to avoid confusion. Just giving one error. What is that error? Okay, we'll resolve that errors. No worries on that. Like those are not huge errors. Okay, so now we checked this condition. After checking this condition, whenever these conditions are satisfied, we need to add all these things, like all these account IDs in a set list. In this set, we need to add all these account IDs, whoever the account satisfied this condition. So for that, what we can do is ACC IDs dot add of. So we need to add all the account IDs. ACC mean account here. ACC dot ID means it will contain an account ID. Okay. So now everything will be fine. Expected this one, but was something missing in 39th line. Okay, I will keep it. No worries on this. Okay. So like so far what we did is like we did this thing, like we are adding like whatever the account satisfying this condition, we are adding all those accounts in this ACC list. So after adding this stuff into this list, now again we need to iterate through all the accounts which should have contacts. I'll do that stuff now. So here what I'll do is I'll say for account ACC colon. Now here I'll query the data. So here I'll pass a list of values. So what I'll do is I'll select ID, comma, phone, and for this, like I'll write a child query also. Like I need to query the contact records. So here I'll write a child query like select home phone field will be having it in a contact. I will check if it is not there, it will throw us an error from contacts. Okay, I'm specifying the relationship name here for the contacts, and here we need to keep a where condition. Contacts with this child query will be complete. So we need to query this complete data from account object. Okay, account object where like here we need to check a condition, that is where id account id in the account IDs, like whatever we took, if this condition is satisfied, then only we need to perform, like we need to enter into this block. So ACC ID. So ACC IDs list, right? We are having, okay. We need to iterate through all these records now. Okay. So after iterating through these records, what we need to do? Like whenever this this condition is satisfied, we need to check whether the contact is like whether the account is having contacts or not. We need to check that condition. So for that, what we can say, we'll say for ACC means this account dot, we need to check contact contacts not equals to null. If this condition is satisfied, then only we need to perform this action. Which action we need to perform if this condition is satisfied? Which action we need to perform? So we need to iterate through the context now. So how we can iterate? For contact contacts not equals to, sorry, this is done, right? Contact, okay, we need to iterate through contacts now. For contact con, like whenever this condition is satisfied, we need to check how many contacts are there. Okay, so contact ACC dot contacts. Okay, now, okay, I'm jumping into this. So now I'll check this field value, con dot home phone field value. Home phone equals to, here we need to update this home phone with an account phone. Perfect. Everything is done. Then like whenever while updating it, like we need to add all the stuffs in a contact list. We need to add all these records in contact list. So we'll be having CL. In this CL, I'll add this single contact. Okay, so we did this. Now there's no problems. I think it's not showing any problems. It's perfectly good program. Now what I'll do is, after adding it to contacts list, the next what we need to do is we need to check whether this list is empty or not. If it is not empty, then only we need to perform this action, right? So we need to check that condition now. What is our condition? If CL means contact list dot size, if it is greater than 0, then only we need to perform update operation. So here we need to update CL, means we need to update all the contact list records. So once I'll go back through this code line by line so that you'll be get a clear idea on this. So here, variable does not exist size. So we stored a variable in CL only, right? Sorry, size is function, right? We should have this like this. That will resolve. Don't worry about that. So here, initially, we are creating a method. In this method, we are passing two parameters. One is list of accounts. Then next, we'll be having, we are taking map. So why we are taking map means like we need to get a old data also to compare new data with the current data with the old data, whether the record is updated or not. We are taking old map. Okay, for that purpose, here we are taking map. Now, to create a new contacts list, like let's suppose if one account might have 10 contacts, 5 contacts, whatever the number it might be. To store all the contacts in a collection, we are defining one collection here. After defining this stuff, like to store all the contacts, like account IDs, like unique account IDs, we need to capture to perform this analysis. So for that, we are initializing set also to capture account IDs. So we are not taking map, right? That's why we are adding this step. Now we are iterating through all the account records. So on this account, we are checking two conditions. So account should have a phone number, and next we need to check whether that phone number is updated or not recently. If these two conditions are satisfied, then we are adding all those account IDs in a set collection. So we are capturing all the account IDs. After capturing all the IDs, the next we are querying all the accounts which are having these IDs. So what like whatever the account satisfied this condition, we are iterating through all the records. In this, we are querying like but we are taking parent to child query. So here we are querying contact phone number field value along with this contact phone number, and we are capturing like phone number field also. So we are iterating through the records which are satisfying this condition only. For that purpose, we said ACC IDs means we are iterating through these account IDs only. So after iterating through these, we are checking this condition whether the
Yakub, on line 37, where you have mentioned the child query, so the standard object name is contact, right?
mm,
So
mm.
why are we using contacts?
So it is a child relationship name corresponding to contact. Let's suppose if you go to object manager, good question. Like I explained that question while explaining a circle also. So if you have a doubt, like once again, you can watch through that parent to child query session which I explained, so that you'll be get a complete idea. There, like I navigated to object manager and I shown you. It's taking time. We'll see. Can you able to hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Like I'll be having a bit poor internet. Okay. Like Prashanti, do you remember why we need to specify that name there? Like in place of contact, we are specifying contacts there, right? Why we are specifying like that? Any idea on that? Remember? No. Still it is loading. Yes. So I'll go to account. Not account actually. We need to go to contact. I will see. We won't have contact field here. We need to go to account only. Like in a parent object, sorry, child object only. We need to go. So we'll create a parent to child relationship from child object only, right? That's why we need to go to that child object only. We won't get anything here regarding contact. No, we won't get it. So what we need to do is again, I'll jump back to object manager and here I'll go to contact object. So I'm navigating to contact object. So I'm going to fields and relationships. So if you go to account name, so it is a lookup field, right? I'm opening this. So here you can see it is a child relationship name. Whenever you perform parent to child query, like if you want to get all the account data completely based on this these lookup field, like we need to use this name, child relationship name. Remember, not only for this object, whatever the object it might be, we need to take help of this API name whenever you're performing parent to child query. Clear? Richa, is it clear?
Yes.
Yeah, we need to take this one. That's why I specified contacts there. It will be come up by default. We need not to specify this thing while creating a lookup field also. Okay. Like if it is a custom object, what we need to do is like apart from this, like along with this, we need to add underscore underscore r also. Now, so are you clear? Yes. So far, I explained till this portion only, right? Till this portion, like this query we saw. Now, what we need to do is we need to check like on these records if the account have contacts or not. We need to check that. If account have contacts, then only we need to iterate through the contacts, and we need to update phone number of a contact, home phone field as of a contact, with the phone number field of an account, and we're adding all those records in a single list. After adding all the records, we are checking whether this list is empty or not. If this list is not empty, then only we need to update all the contacts list. Clear? Clear? Any doubts on this now? No doubts? So now I need to build
No.
a trigger. Like how we need to write a code for trigger now? Tell me. Which trigger it will be actually? Which scenario we need to follow? So previously we saw before insert, we saw a after insert scenario. Like we updated a same object field. For that we saw a before update. The next we'll be having another scenario called before before update completes. Now like which scenario it would be? So now what we are doing? We are checking whether the account phone number is updated or not. So if the account phone number is updated, then we are updating contact phone number. So which trigger it is? Insert trigger or update trigger first? Come on.
After update.
Yeah, we need to write after update. We are taking this scenario after update trigger, and we'll write another condition here. If so, we need to check the condition. Trigger. Yeah, I'll take same context here. I'll copy paste it. Okay. Or else I'll copy paste this complete stuff. Sorry, control Z. Sign up. Control C. Okay. So after doing this, it is only the our class name. We need to copy the method name. What's our method name now? This our method name. Okay. So in this, like we need to specify trigger dot new, trigger dot old map, same context variable for an update one. And here in place of is before, we need to check whether it is an is after trigger or not. Is after or not. We need to do this stuff. After doing this stuff, we need to close this actually. I'm closing it and I'm saving this one. Now we did it completely perfectly fine. Like now you can check the functionality. It will work. Is this scenario is clear to you? So after finishing this session, I'll share you the same code with the like a map also. With the map, it is much more easy if you understand. Okay. If you need it, like I'll share you. Otherwise, I won't share. So on this, like I'll give you an assignment. If the account phone is updated, phone number on a contact, right? I'll check. We'll be having another important context. So that context is finished means this all the scenarios will be complete corresponding to these triggers. Yeah, it's a very important question. Like a last task. So if once this session is done, please again join with the same link. When opportunity stage is changed, we'll be having stage field on an opportunity, right? When this field value is changed, then we need to create a task. Create a task record on opportunity object, and the next assign it to logged in user, like whoever doing this functionality, that user should be the owner of that record. We need to perform this task. Okay, like a logged in user means here in this context, opportunity owner would be the owner of the task record, or like we can say any user, like you can keep any other user as an task owner. Is this question is clear? So task is another standard object present in a Salesforce. Okay, like whenever you create whenever you change the status of an opportunity, like we need to create a task record. Which trigger we need to write here? Any guesses? Insert trigger or update trigger? Yes, please.
Insert.
Insert. Why insert? So what is our condition? When opportunity stage is changed. When we are performing this action, when opportunity stage field is changed, right? Changed means when updating the stage field only, we are creating a record, right? Means which trigger it is? Understand?
Update.
Yes. So remember, so whatever the operation we are performing, we should not focus on that first. When we are performing this operation, we need to focus on that. When we are performing this, opportunity stage is changed, right? It like on the opportunity, we need to write a trigger. This trigger is an after insert, sorry, after update trigger. Why after update means like we are creating a related record, related object record. That's why it is an after trigger. Clear? Shall we see this in this session, or like can I terminate this session and again shall we start a fresh session for this code? Yes, tell me, suggest me something. Okay, I'll proceed through this session only. So do we have an class opportunity handler trigger class? Apex classes, like I'll open classes. I'll check whether we are having any classes on opportunity. Yes, can you able to hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we'll be having opportunity trigger handler class. I'm opening the class. So after opening this class, like we need to write a method for this. Okay, so now I want to create a method on this class. So what is our method? Create task. I'm keeping task name, like method name is public static void create task. Like I need to create a task. So create task is our method. Sorry, like everything is coming in alphabetic. Public static void create. So I'm going to create a task now. So it is our method. For this task, we need to pass list of opportunities as our input. List of opportunity OPL. Like I'll keep it name as OPL. The next, what I'll do is I'll pass a map. Like here we need to check. We need to take help of comparison, right? So for that, I'll take help of map. Map of ID, comma. We need to take an opportunity data type here. Okay, and for this, I'll keep a name like old map. Okay, it is the name of this thing. So after specifying this stuff, I'll jump into this, and here I need to check the condition. Which condition we need to check first? Actually, we need to initialize a map collection here. Sorry, yeah, we need to initialize a list of tasks. I'll initialize it first. List of tasks. TL. TL means my list of tasks. New. Okay, so now I'm creating a task. On this, like while creating the task, like initially I need to iterate through the opportunities. So here I need to check opportunity. So I need to store all these opportunities in OPP variable. So now I need to iterate through all the opportunities. Okay, so now here I'm iterating through these opportunities. So after these, what I want to do is I need to check the condition. Which condition we need to check? If opportunity dot stage name will be having stage name field, if it is not equals to the previous stage name, how will take previous stage name? We need to take help of old map. In this old map, will be having method. So with method will be having get method. So from this get method, we need to get an opportunity ID first. So that is like we stored opportunity in OPP dot ID. Corresponding to this opportunity, we need to compare with the stage name field dot stage name. Okay, like we are checking this condition. If this condition is satisfied, then only we need to create a task, right? So that is our objective. So to create a task here, we need to initialize the task. How we can initialize the task? Task T equals to, we need to say like a new task. So once this session is done, please again join with the same link. New task. Okay, so after this, what we need to do is we need